Do you even believe that there's a AFK strat that allows you to get 800 badge of prosperity per game? This is the long-awaited easiest AFK guide for Fire Within the Sand that I self-invented, which spent more than 24 hours of my time just to make this simple guide that all of you requested. This guide does not require any brain and requires minimum amount of understanding to the game because my brain did all of the job. The strategy that does not require or only requires this less building is not even available in the CN server, so press the like button before you continue. So first, let's look at the operators required. These are the operators required in the easiest AFK guide. Don't quit first. I will also state the substitutes of them, and if you have the substitutes, you can also use these easiest AFK strikes. However, I have a bad news to announce, which is it is impossible for newer players to finish the boss without a Godzilla base. But the time you need to make a Godzilla base is enough for you to get all of the rewards already. So if you are a relatively new player or lower-ended player, go to the first guide which requires no operators at all. Now let's go back to the main topic. First, printer DPs. Minotaur Elysium Village. From 3, pick 2. S1, M3 because you need fast DPs. Defenders. Only 2 defenders can be used here. Hoshiguma and Mien. If you use Hoshiguma, S2, M3, and maxed out module. As you can see, this squad is arts damage orientated because the boss has so freaking good stats that your physical damage can actually almost do nothing. So now we're gonna go through the operators. First, your main DPS, which is this caster. If you don't have Golden Glow, you can maybe replace with Dust or Amiya, but I don't assure the success rate. Golden Glow, confirm success. Second one, Eyjafjalla. Eyjafjalla, S2, M3, because we need the resistance reduction. S2, M3. Module is not required. If you have module, you might end the game faster. Ifrit is also the main DPS in this strategy. S2, M3. Because she can hit all of the enemies within her attack range. Module not required. Last one, Mostima. S3, M3 with module. The substitution for this operator is Gnosis. Gnosis, S3, M3. The use of this operator is just to slow down the enemies. Now, medics. You need 2 medics, 2 of the best medics. One of the medics must be Shining, S3. Another medic would be Lumen. You can use S1, M3 or S3, M3. You can also use other good medics that you have, like Susuro, Warfarin. You can also read the Flame Shadow if you don't really want to AFK. And most important unit, which is needed, Skadi the Corrupting Heart. If you don't have Skadi the Corrupting Heart, you can use Pit Losses. Skadi the Corrupting Heart is needed so that your main DPS, Golden Glow, can deal more DPS. If you're using Amiya, it's better if you use Pit Losses. And this Suzuran. Suzuran is used to give the fragile effect because after we reduce the resistance of the enemy, fragile effect will be very useful. And last but not least, which is the most important operator, Texas Altar, S3, M3. Texas Altar, S3, M3. Module maxed out. If you don't have Texas Altar, you can also use Yato Altar, S3, M3. Why I didn't use Yato Altar? Because I haven't get Yato Altar. Very nice. So these are all the operators required. If you have any questions, leave a comment section in the below section. Now we're going to talk about the technology tree. The most important technology tree that you need to unlock is the second line. You need to unlock the second line because this helps you to get the materials of the base faster. The second most important thing that you need is you try to unlock the fourth line. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then go bottom. The middle one, no need to press at all. Press the bottom. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Press the 7 of this. Press the 7 of this. Well, if you haven't unlocked all of the nodes, it's okay. You can also use this strategy. When you progress in the game, you can then press the nodes one by one. But first, you need to get the base done. So what about the base? So this is why I spent so much time to make this guide. To make this flawless base with this less construct. You cannot find an easiest AFK guide with this less construct across the whole internet. I will put the materials in the left side corner of my screen. So you only, for this 64 constructs, you only need 40 of this urban style barrier 2, 40 of them, 40, 3 burial level 2, fortification level 2, 3, 6 level 2 firm platforms, 12 paddy fields, and 3 resource planning station. And then after you get that, you can place it according to what I show here. Please do not share this map without my permission, and if you see other stealers who steal this base, you can hashtag the content stealer in the comment section below. I will go and find him out if he is really big brain like me or he copies. So this big brain strategy is actually modified a lot of times because the stupid enemies have a lot of stupid bugs, as you can see here, because one of the stupid enemies, instead of walking straight, he somehow hit the wall and start hitting my wall. And sometimes there are also some stupid stone throwers that will throw your wall instead of this stupid fortification. There are a lot of bugs, and I assure you, with this base that I constructed, there will no longer be bugs as long as you follow the easiest AFK stride step by step. So I will show you the base slowly. Okay, so now the main question. How to make these things. So now is the most important part of the guide, which is to fast and efficiently construct your base without using any brain. So first, I'm going to show you the first step, which is to build 12 paddy fields. How to find paddy field? Go to construct, find the paddy field button, paddy field. You need to construct only 10 because the system gifted you 2. The system gifted you 2. So you can see the materials required, a wood and a water. How to collect wood and water? First, you can use operator code to collect wood, but I will not recommend you do so. So follow my way. For water, you cannot use operator. So now follow my way. First, go to all. The first button will be the wood collector. You need 7 woods to produce 1 wood collector. So now let's just make 2. And then, how to produce water? We go to support items, find for this wave. It's called Krabby Pumpy. Krabby Pumpy. Just make 1 is enough. Now, as you can see, a paddy field requires 16 wood and 4 water. So now I will show you how to farm this paddy field. Go to a place with wood and water. Go to a place with wood and water. Bring your fast redeploys. Bring your fast redeploys. Yato altar, Phantom Texas altar. If you only have 1, just bring 1. Go into the game. Okay, now, although there are maps that are shown where are the trees and the stuff on the internet, you can find it is in PRTS, and someone on Twitter also shared it. You can join the Discord group to find the Twitter of the person. If you don't want to find the whole of the resources, I'm going to teach you a very simple way here. First, grab your operator out. You can see you can only deploy on the green tiles, right? You can only deploy on the green tiles. The non-green tiles you can see here. So this is the tree. What is this? You can see this is a brown box that you cannot deploy any shit. This means that this is a tree or a bush. Bush basically gives you stuff that you do not need in this easiest AFK guide. If it's tree, it's good. So if you already know that there is a lot of trees here, what should you do? Press facilities, take this basic gathering hub up and put this in. Try to cover as much trees as possible. Also, another taking note, for only this map, there will be these stupid arrows that will try to shoot your devices. So you can use the operators to body block if required. For most of the maps, sometimes the enemy will walk. How to kill the enemy? Put it in his face. The second thing you need to do is to find the water source in the base. Put your Krabby Pumpy in the water. And if any enemies come to hit your Krabby Pumpy, use your operators to hit the enemy. Very simple. And after 4 minutes, how much you get is how much you get. Of course, you can put at most 3 in a game. So now you already have enough equipment to construct this portable planting trough. Now, Make as much portable planting trough as you can. Stop when you already produce 10, or you already reach the end of day 2, or you do not have any more stamina. Stamina is basically the action points of your operators. Your operators, every time they move, they will spend stamina, and you need to replenish and stamina for them. For every day, you can only replenish 1 stamina for all of them. The other stamina, you have to dine. You have to give the operators food to eat. But this is not required in the easiest AFK guide. I'm just going through it. After you created the Paddy field, remember, before you quit, go to the Oasis and build your freaking Paddy field in your headquarters. Because if you don't build, the Paddy field is gone forever. Build in your base. So you can maybe put the Paddy fields a bit middle. You put 5 of them up here and 5 of them here. The 2 here are gifted by the system. Do not remove them because you also cannot put any Paddy fields even if you remove them. So do not do this bullshit. After placing it in your base, quit the game and throw as much construction points you can into the second row. After you have all the chalk Paddy fields, you have now 2 choices. The first choice is to use my no operator guide and grind until you get all of the nodes in the second line, which is a total of 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Until you get all of the nodes in the second line. The second thing you can do is to explore the map yourself. Do whatever you like. I do not have any operators recommendations for the squad you need to bring in because any operators are all bullshit. There is no specific operators that works extremely well. Basically, if you are good at using them, you are good. If you're bad at using them, you're bad because this map has lots of probabilities and randomabilities and I cannot assure you that which 6-star operators is very good. However, fast redeploys are always very good, so bring Phantom, Yato Altar, or Texas Altar, 3 of them, and any other operators that you'd like to bring. If you want to refill your stamina, go to the press button, press until full, and confirm. Basically, that is it. And then just feed your squad. Just feed your squad when you need. However, there is something that you need to take note, is that your operator will spend 2 staminas per day. However, you can only give them 1 stamina through this button every day. So you might need to consider having 2 squads because you only have 2 actions per day. But having the 12 Paddy fields, you do not have to ever worry about the stamina problem except you play some extreme stupid bullshit strategy. When you already unlock all of the nodes in the second line, we can go to step 3. Enter the game, immediately press Oasis, press Research and Development. Now the materials will be placed at the left top corner here. Now you need to have all of these 64 constructs. Now you can start building them, constructs. In order to build firm platform 2, you need to first build a firm platform 1. Build this, place this in your base, and come back to this UI. When you come back to this UI, this will be unlocked. So when you unlock the whole second node, when you enter the game, you can immediately produce 3. Craft this 3, go out, go into a base, put into your base, and immediately quit. Repeat this twice since you need 6 level 2 high grounds. After building the level 2 firm platform, now you need to build the fortification. We need fortification level 2. So first, the same, you need to get the resources for fortification 1, build, construct it, place it in your base, come back to this UI, or restart the game, go to fortification 2, and start grinding for these resources. As you can see, the fortification 2 needs wood. It needs wood, so you only build 1 Krabby Pumpy for water and you can get the required amount of fortification 2 needed for this strategy. Craft it and put it in your base before quitting. The last thing that you need to do is to build this urban style barrier. Urban style barrier, again same, build 1 urban style barrier 1 and go to urban style barrier 2. You need urban style barrier 2 because urban style barrier 2 has camouflage. We need camouflage, okay? We need camouflage. So, as you can see the resources, this thing does not need wood. However, it requires water. So, when you enter the game, go to build your Krabby Pumpy, go to a water map, get 3 water, come back here, make 3 urban style barriers, go into the game, place them in the base, quit and repeat this until you get 40. And follow the order that I showed in the picture just now. We look the session of the video. After you finish everything that I taught, you can now start to use the easiest AFK guide. For every game, you will get 750 plus points, and you only need to repeat these 10 times, and you can get all of the medals. Very simple, and you can now ignore this forever and never and never. So this is the easiest AFK guide required for Fire Within the Sand. I hope that this really helps if you don't want to understand the activity, since you can get all of the rewards, all of the medals, and actually this strategy does not need to spend that much of time. It's actually very fast. I hope it really helps. You can leave your feedback in the comment section below, and see you by then. Thanks. I need to go and get some sleep right now.